What is it?
A service station. Some kind of halfway place.
And the time?
The present.
Inhabited?
I don't know. I haven't looked yet.
Well, let's look. The time of day?
8:54 p.m.
What is the time of year?
Summer. Mid-July.
I wonder if there's anybody running this place.
There isn't. Apart from us, there are only 2 other people here. And they arrived in that. I've given it a quick visual examination, but I'm sure you...
And the result of your visual examination?
I'd say the car was manufactured in 1946.
Mm-hmm.
But it's no more than 2 years old.
Where are they?
Oh, they're in here.
All irregularities will be handled by the forces controlling each dimension. Transuranic heavy elements may not be used where there is light. Medium atomic weights are available. Gold, mercury, copper, jet, diamond, radium, sapphire, silver, and steel. Sapphire and steel have been assigned.
Do they go with the car?
Yes.
Have you questioned them?
No, not yet. I thought I'd leave that to you. I'm not very good at intimidation.
Are they real? I mean, do you believe them?
Well, I've been given no reason to disbelieve them. So far, that is.
A couple and a car. 2 people and a machine driving here from 1948. To this place? To this time period?
Well, I did say so far. After all, perhaps this side could be wrong.
What do you mean this side could be wrong?
Well, why not? After all, it seems just as perfectly set in its period as those people do in theirs, but one side has to be wrong.
And this side?
Well, that's also a little off.
Tell us.
Well, you're supposed to gamble.
Gamble?
Yes, sometimes you're supposed to lose. Well, most times you're supposed to lose.
Oh. I wonder why I wasn't enjoying it.
I said, tell us.
You see, I was standing here. Now, I was told, you were told, that there was going to be a time break. So I was sent here to watch and to wait. And then the car arrived. But I think the time break had happened quite a time before that.
Did you see it arrive?
Well, I should say it appeared. I didn't hear its approach.
Could you do it?
Yes.
Show me.
Love to.
What on earth is it?
What's your opinion?
Opinion?
Now, you've been here, you've been watching. What do you think's going on?
I think, well, I'm almost sure that there's no time here. Not anymore.
You mean it's stopped?
Yes. Well, it's a kind of a pocket, like a vacuum. Yes. Yes, you could say that there's no time here anymore.
Evidence?
Well, the traffic. You can hear it.
Yes?
You see, the through road would be, well, round about there. Now, but listen to those sounds.
It's the sound of the same vehicles passing.
You see the ones that would have been passing when the time break occurred.
They're still travelling, but they're not going anywhere. The time.
What about it?
It's still 8:54.
Yes. It's been 8:54 for the past 6 hours, ever since I got here. But all the clocks are still working. They don't tell us what the right time ought to be, but they are still working. You see? No. Thank you.
What's normal time?
Normal time?
Yes, time as it is. You remember that. What is it?
3 minutes, 23 seconds after midnight.
But you've been here for 6 hours.
Roughly, yes.
So what does that tell us? That it happened at 8:54 p.m. yesterday, the day before? When?
I don't know.
Well, perhaps the radio can tell us.
Radio?
The referees most, 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 the referee.
Time as it shouldn't be for this place.
But not for us.
No.
Are you going to show more surprise than your friend?
Surprise?
Yes. He didn't show any.
Well, suppose you tell us why we should be surprised.
Because we're here.
And where's here?
Oh, come on now. I've no doubt you represent authority, and I suppose he sent for you.
It's not a crime. Whatever's happened to us, it can't be a crime, can it?
No.
Well then, reason with him. Don't argue with him. This is the future, isn't it? We were driving, minding our own business. Suddenly we arrive here, into the future, without warning. That's why we're sitting here. We're not making a fuss. We're just sitting here waiting, so that perhaps we may go back without warning. This isn't a trick on our part, you know. It's not some sort of a game. I mean, you may think it is.
No. No, we don't think it is.
Good. Because I know that this place isn't a game. It's... well, I suppose it's how the future would feel. I mean, it even smells and tastes like a different time, and it scares me.
When you were driving along and minding your own business, what happened?
Well, she's already said.
Well, explain it. Explain it to us.
We'd taken the long toll turning. It's an old toll bridge road. There's a small garage I know there. It's only got one pump. They sell eggs and fruit and milk. Most people wouldn't know it was a garage. Grass and weeds growing all over the place. Chickens running under your wheels. But you can knock on the door any time of the day or night. The old fellow will always serve you.
So you drove in there?
Yes.
Then what?
Well, then it became this place. Suddenly. Without any kind of warning.
Were there any people here?
No. Then he arrived. He wasn't very helpful.
Sorry.
Time of day?
What?
What was the time of day when you drove in here through the grass and the weeds and the chickens?
It was nearly midnight.
Yes. It'll be almost midnight.
And the date?
The 25th of July.
And the year?
1948.
Do we believe them?
We can always do tests.
Even in the car.
Because if they're not what they say they are,
Victims of the time break.
then they could be a part of it.
Or all of it.
I don't see that.
There's quite an age difference between them.
It's about 14 years.
But they are married.
Oh, yes, they're married. But not to each other.
Well, as the catering staff seem to have deserted us, I'm quite prepared to cook some food. So can I get you something?
No, thank you.
Oh, surely you can.
We don't trust it. We prefer to wait until we get back to our own time.
That might be quite a while.
We'll still wait, thank you.
What about you?
Me?
He didn't really ask you.
He doesn't have to.
Well, surely you must be hungry.
No, I'm not.
After that journey, I mean, 30-odd years. Although, what about an omelette? I can soon get an omelette together, a nice ham omelette.
I'm afraid that would constitute a meat meal away from home.
What?
Page 3, paragraph 9 of their ration book, RB1. Half a coupon per person.
Oh, yes, of course. You do have your ration book.
We don't want the food, so you don't get the coupon.
Fair enough.
But if it will satisfy your curiosity.
You talk about food. What about those? Those plates? Some haven't even been touched. There are cigarettes and matches on that table. There are coats over the chairs, but there are no people. You expect me to eat something? Touch food here? A glass of water, that's all I want from this place. Because this place terrifies me.
This.
What about it?
Do you know what it is?
No,
It's a simple calculator.
I don't want to know.
See, all you have to do is...
Didn't you hear what she said? We're not interested.
Not even in this?
Not even in that.
Well, what about all the other gadgets in this room? Aren't you curious? Don't you want to know what they are, how they work?
No.
Why, things you'll never have seen before. You do surprise me.
We are interested in only one thing. Getting back to where we belong.
Yes.
I think what he's trying to say is, why don't you take this back with you to 1948? You could invent it. You could make a fortune.
We're still not interested.
Well, that's good. The future should be left intact.
Quite.
But how many people would consider that? I would expect people to take what they could from the future, to make the most of the experience. But not you. All you want is one glass of water.
Yes.
Out here.
When you arrived here, did you switch any lights on?
No, they're already on. Why?
Well, if the time break happened on what was a bright summer evening, why was every single light left on in this place? And there's an image.
Of a person?
Yes. An old man. In there. In another building. Well, a part of another building.
Wait. That was the image you saw before?
Same man, different background. What are you getting?
A sense of fear and violence.
It is possible, isn't it, for a time break, either by accident or design, to pick up some powerful emotion from the past?
Like a sort of side effect or a follow-through?
Yes.
I'd agree with that. A small garage that sells eggs and fruit and milk.
With grass and weeds growing everywhere.
July the 25th was a Sunday.
Yesterday was a Sunday, yes.
Well, this small shack of a garage that you drove into,
Yes.
was it open on Sunday?
I've already said. It's open at all hours, any day of the week.
Provided you knock on the door and get the old man to serve you.
That's right.
What about at midnight?
It's no different.
But the old man, how did you know if he was in?
Because he never goes out.
I see.
Anyway, he always leaves his lights on. All night long. A light burning in every room. He's a sort of local joke.
What?
A character.
Why are you asking us this? I mean, we're stuck here in the wrong time and the wrong place. Look, we don't really need unnecessary questions.
Where were you going?
Going?
Yes, where were you going when you drove in here for... There are suitcases in your car.
Don't answer his questions.
You looked, did you?
Yes, I looked.
I said don't answer his questions. We don't have to.
You do have to. If you want us to get you back into your own time.
To face whatever consequences you have to face.
What do you mean, consequences?
I don't know. You tell me.
I said, what do you mean?
Well, it's obvious you're both running away from something.
Are we?
Don't! Don't you think we've had enough?
That's odd. I was thinking of playing that machine.
Oh, my God, look! I was holding...
Look.
What?
Look at the clock. Let's move forward by 10 minutes.
But our bodies haven't been affected. Only this place has. So what is it moving forward to?
To whatever is going to happen here.